Blake Hooper here, blakehooper.com. Now I'm going to quickly run through how to sell anything to anybody. Now, when you sell a product, you basically sell a toothpick the same way you sell a jumbo jet. You need to understand the customer's objectives and their needs and their requirements, and you need to understand their position and what makes them tick. You need to understand the benefits that your product is going to give to the person, and you want to understand their motives, what sort of things essentially they are looking for in a product. So what's going to make them buy? What sort of things or what sort of problems are they looking to solve with that product? So for instance, let's start with a toothpick. Obviously, you're going to need that after you eat because you want to clean between your teeth. The benefits are quite simple on that. And we know that the problem is someone that gets a lot of food caught in their teeth is going to be the issue that they're trying to fix. So it's similar to selling that toothpick, depending on whatever product you're selling. It's just depends on how complex the sale is going to become. So if you're selling software into a business, for instance, you may have a longer sales cycle. You may need to find a lot more buy-in from the customer, and you may need to find a lot more or some extra issues and problems from that customer so that you can mount it all up and justify the cost of your product. Now, software is not normally cheap depending on the application. So what you want to do is you want to look for what we call like a return on investment. So if the customer is spending time doing tasks manually and you have a software that can automate that, you can essentially understand how long it's taking the customer to complete a certain task, what steps are involved, and then look at the hourly rate that someone might be getting paid, look at the total cost of that person, any machinery, any equipment, any services they require to do that job. And if you can eliminate those areas, you can create what we call like a return on investment schedule. So you can understand that it's costing you X at the moment, and if you were to purchase this software, you would essentially be able to save Y. So I hope that sort of helps you out a little bit there. It's about understanding your customer, understanding their actual objective, where they are within the business, or what they need to get out of the transaction. Obviously, tailor your pitches depending on the person you're speaking to. Sometimes you might be talking to a financial controller. They're obviously interested in the numbers, the money. Sometimes you might be talking to a marketing person. They're obviously interested in how to get the message out to the customer. Cost isn't always a big factor for marketing people. You might be selling to the director. Now, it's his money. If it's his company, then you're going to find that he's going to be very concerned about making sure he gets good quality so that it doesn't disturb him and keep him away from running his company and doing the tasks that he's required to do. But he's also going to be checking the money side of it too, because it's money coming out of his pocket, so he wants to make sure he's getting a good deal. So you need to consider all factors. You need to ask a lot of questions, persuasive questioning. You need to get the customer to a position where you understand how your product's going to benefit them, and then put your pitch forward and essentially ask for the order.